Alright, gonna work on a little water-cooled Briggs again today, and I'll tell you what we're gonna try to accomplish. I'm gonna try to get this ready for paint. Maybe put a little glazing putty around the side here, let that dry and sand it out, and then maybe wire wheel the block and everything, get it all ready for paint. And then the head, I got the head back. Mike finished milling it out for me because I broke our little mill. And that's all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I got to bore these holes out and make a center hole there, and put two holes, two 1/4-inch pipe holes in the side there, so we can put some fittings. Okay. But also going to start with the radiator here, radiator, or whatever you want to call it. I've had these things soaking for a while, and I hit them with a little heat, but not too much. And I got it clamped down to the bench here, so I can put some tension on these things here. I got two nuts here locking on that. So this one I think should come out easy. I don't know about this one. So all right, so let's start. We'll start by trying to get the pipes out of there. I don't want to go too low. I don't want to grab it with a pipe wrench down low, because you know, if I can't get them out, you know, I can always cut them and thread them. But if I crush down here and everything, then they're destroyed. I could probably cut them out, but I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you open a real rat's nest when you start doing that kind of stuff. You don't know what else you're going to destroy. So, all right, I'll put you guys up on a tripod. All right? Okay. Hold on. Alright, put my glasses on here so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, I'm gonna try and break this fitting here. If I see any kind of movement out of the, I guess that's brass. If I see any of that twisting or anything, I'm gonna have to stop. But we're in this together. I'll try to stay out of your way. Alright. No, right now just my nuts are the only thing. That's funny, my nuts are moving. Alright, let me tighten them up, see if we can get better grip on it. Okay, instead of trying to muscle it, I think I might try and shock it. Put a wrench on this thing. Try that. Oh, this is where I could use a couple more hands. Okay, that didn't work. Hey guys, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. By the time you ain't gonna see this for 4 weeks. So, whatever you say is already been done. Oh. Yeah, I can't do it. It's, well, you know what? I wonder if that's, I don't know if you can see that, because I didn't put any pressure on it at all. Let me get you down here. Hold on. Yeah, I hardly put any pressure on it at all. And let me zoom in here. And we're getting movement out of that, so let me clean that up and see what's going on. Whatever it is, we can still save it. Yeah, I guess that just all I did was shock it a little bit, and it almost seems like it might be a threaded fitting on there. I don't know. We'll have to investigate. Alright, my greatest fears have been realized here. You see that fitting? The fitting moving down there. Alright. You know, for the right person, that's an easy job, but not for me. I start heating that up, and that's actually solder. That's not even like pipe solder or nothing. That's like lead. Feels like body lead from back in the day. And if I start heating that up and everything, then the rest of this thing's going to start falling apart and everything, because this brass is all soldered together. So I don't know. I'll have to think this one over. Might have to clean that up and maybe I'll epoxy it. We'll see. Like I said, I hate to put any heat to that. There's a radiator guy around here. I could drop it off on him, but he'd probably throw it out. Alright, let's work on this little guy over here. We'll forget about this for now. Alright, that radiator's got me all bummed out, so I hope we can continue here. What I'm going to do is put some glazing putty on here. This is just a real thin coat of putty. Real, not only is it a thin coat, but it's thin putty, you know, so it fills in like these little holes and scratches, and you know, you're always going to get some kind of little pinholes and stuff, and some imperfections, and all it does is fill it in. Here's a better brand here, but I'll probably use this. For some reason I like this. Probably because I can get in there and then stir it up and stuff. I'm gonna use red hardener. I usually like the blue, but I can't find any. Must have used it all up on little dirt bikes Miata. Alright, I'm gonna throw you back up on a tripod and mix some of this up. You probably won't see me mixing it, but maybe I'll turn the camera on when I lay it on. Alright, maybe I'll leave a link in the description for some kind of glazing putty for you guys. I do that because I get so many questions, you know, where do you get this, where do you get that, and all that. And if I leave a link to some of this stuff, it saves me a whole lot of typing. Okay. Alright, try to stay out of your way here. I don't know where you guys are at. This stuff you put on really thin, and you do it with a new applicator or spatula, whatever you want to call it. Well, like hell. Because all you're doing is filling in scratches. You actually see right here where it filled the scratches in. Okay. This stuff must be old because it's leaving little pinholes. This stuff is almost just like using body putty. This isn't like glazing putty right now. See, it's leaving little pinholes right there. That's not good. Okay, I'm going to shut these down. I'm going to shut these down and remedy the situation here. Alright, we're all glazed up there. I'm happy with that. I'm going to let this set up for a bit before I start sanding it. Yeah, it started to light up on me. That's why I had to shut you guys down. Matter of fact, I even had to start over. You see how dark this is? This is a nice light pink. That's what you're supposed to have. But then on this side, I hardly used any hardener at all. And it lit up. Here you go. Here's the first batch here. You know? It lit up in a hurry. Here's the second batch. You know, that hardened. I hardly had any hardener in there at all, but it's not warm in here, you know. I mean, it's 65, not even. So that surprised me. But anyway, it'll be okay. Like I say, let this set up a little bit more, and then we'll sand it. And it should be good. All right, now we'll tackle the head here. All right. It's been a couple days since that little last segment there where I put the body or the glazing putty on, but I just got done. I just finished sanding this down, and it's perfectly smooth. So this is all ready for paint. Even this is perfectly smooth. Over here, I know it doesn't look it on the camera, but take my word for it. And back here, so it's all ready for paint. It's kind of a shame because I'll probably put hammer tone or hammer right or something on there, and that's got like a bubbly finish. I probably could have put that right over the scratches and everything, and it would have covered it perfect. But it's just the way we are, right? All right. What we're going to do now is I'm going to cut the circle out here for the spark plug and enlarge these holes. Get this ready to go. Get welded. So I'm going to throw you up on the tripod, alright? Okay, hold on. Alright, before I start, I had a lot of comments, probably, I don't know, maybe about 10 comments. You know, everybody says, why don't you just put a gasket on there, and instead of welding it, put a gasket on there. Well, and one guy was real adamant. Red, you were the most adamant one, so pay attention here. Alright, it's only a 1/4 inch aluminum, and even though it looks flat and everything, it's, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm on solid wood here, and it's flat. So it's not that you're hearing. I don't know if you can hear this, but this thing is rocking like a bitch. And that's just the properties of aluminum. You're never gonna fix it. So why set yourself up for failure? The only way you could do that with a gasket is if you put screws in every inch all around the edge. And for some reason he thinks well, he didn't say that they would have looked good, but it is going to get stainless steel bolts, but that wouldn't hold it down, you know. And sealant, you know, sealant would just look like shit anyway. So, and then around the circle here, around the spark plug, you would have had probably at least 5 screws to hold that in. And then these engines take a beating. Plus, people are always picking at them and banging on them and stuff like that. So, you know, I think the best bet is to weld it, you know. But that's just my opinion, and that's, you know, it's my engine, so that's the way it's going to go. When you guys build your own engines, you can do what you want. But I filed this already, so it's not like there's a little titty sticking up or anything. I'm going to hit the whole thing with a file before I send it out to get it welded, just to make it as close as possible. But that's why I'm welding it, you know, because I have the ability to get it welded. Alright, enough of that. Enough of that ranting. Also, while I got you here, I might as well show you. This is the pump we're going to use. This was the pump here that we're going to use. I'm trying to stay in frame here. And this was a good little pump. This is good for 5-10 gallons a minute. Only had 1/8 inch ports, which was fine. It was pumping plenty of water. But I came across this pump. It's almost the same size, slightly longer, maybe a 1/2 inch longer. But and it's got 1/4 inch ports. But I think it would look better, you know, because of the brass or bronze, whatever it is. And I haven't tried it out yet, but it should work fine. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be using this pump instead of this one. All right. Alright, I cleaned this up a little bit, and this is pretty much as flat as it's going to be, but that was pretty good already. But this thing here, this thing ain't close. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see it's mainly just getting the middle, you know. And that's no matter what piece of aluminum I get for that, you know, 1/4 inch, you're never going to get flat. But you know, it is better. It's good this side, but on the ends, on the long ends, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's still quacky. So it's just going to be fine now. Once it's welded, it's going to be fine. But while I got you here, might as well address another question I keep getting, and that is, how come you're not milling out the bottom here? Well, I don't know what we started out with here, but this is 1.5 inches. I'm going to try to keep you, I keep forgetting where you're at. I'm going to try to keep you in frame here. Oh, it's 1.5 inches. Alright, now if I milled out the bottom of a Briggs would have to be 1/4 inch. You'd have to take a 1/4 inch out. So that would be, I already marked it out here. Here's your 1/4 inch. So you'd have to mill that much out. Then you want another 1/4 inch of meat for the bottom of the head. So already you're losing another 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch, and that's only going to leave you with 3/4 of an inch of cooling in here. And remember, this is a prototype engine. We don't know how it's going to react. You know, I'd rather have more cooling right now than not enough. In the future, I'll probably build another one of these engines and use a completely different head. You know. a couple other people also said, why don't you just drill holes, you know, get like a 1-inch drill and drill the holes from this side and one over here and one over here and one over here, and then plug the holes. You could do that, but then you have big ass plugs, you know. And you're gonna need a plug for an inlet and an outlet, but then you'd have 1 or 2 extras, and you know, you gotta remember we're building these engines just a little bit for looks. You know, we don't want them to look like hell. But anyway, you know, there's a reason for everything we do. You know, and a lot of people don't realize it. You know, but we see that because it's right here in front of us, and most of you guys don't see it because you really have no concept of what's going on here. So that's just another question I keep getting. So, all right, I better get the drilling. All right, might as well start with the center hole there for the spark plug, the biggest one. Get it over with. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of comments. A lot of guys telling me to use oil and all kinds of stuff, and I start out with every video saying I don't like using oil on that because of the mess. You know, but for some reason they just don't understand. You know, I mean, I'm not working in a machine shop here. It's my house, and I'd rather not have that oil all over the floor and everywhere else. So, I'd rather buy new drills every time I drill something, rather than deal with that. But one of our mates over there in England suggested using this. He said denatured alcohol. He had a different name for it. They call it something different over there. But I do read the comments, and we'll try it. We'll try alcohol. He says it doesn't leave a mess. So let's see what it does. I'll put my glasses on. Safety first. It is cutting good. I don't know if the alcohol has anything to do with it, but it is cutting very well. Kind of smells good too. See what it looks like. It looks pretty good. Give it a little more there. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think it might be through because I had that pretty much. Yep, we're through. I had it just so it would just barely go through. I'm probably going to have to do a little file in there. Shut that off so you can hear me, huh? Okay. Like I said, that's why I left that pilot hole there. Get this other thing out of the way here. This other clamp. Alright. It actually holds the stuff on there. Alright, I'm going to have to touch this up on the bottom here because I didn't have the drill. Where I should move that up another 1/8 inch, I would have been fine, but it's ready to fall off. Alright, well, I give that denatured alcohol a thumbs up, and I will be using it from now on. So thanks. I forgot which one it was, but because I got a lot of friends over there across the pond there. I forgot exactly which one it was, but I'll find it and let you guys know. And let me hit that with the file. Alright, I cleaned that hole up and also enlarged these other holes here. And that way the welders can get in there. You know, this here is a brass rod, but the welders can get in here now with his TIG. Get in there and then seal it. Seal that all around there and there, so this thing will be watertight inside. All right, this video is probably getting pretty long, so we'll save the rest of it for the next one. Now I got to drill a hole here and tap it for the one inlet, and then put one over here for the outlet, and probably have to mill this a little more here so it goes in here. So alright, like I said, this video is probably getting a little long, so next time we see you we'll be over on the mill. Alrighty, enough of this.